Hello and welcome to another edition of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was The Haunting of Hannah Williams. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page and our BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page, as well as directly on the video on Bun.
Bun, you gotta subscribe, be subscribed. Subscribe right now. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
I doubt that if they haven't subscribed, that this will be the moment that they do it. This is the one call out.
I feel like we're gonna get them on this one.
The war of attrition that finally we just
wore
them down.
Subscriptions go up 3 million after this postmortem.
Yeah, we wore them down. This is the last video.
We gotcha.
A real barn burner.
Yeah, which is shocking to me because when we were there, it didn't feel any different than any other episode.
That's also because you were high on Dayquil and sleep deprived and running on coffee.
I was having a blast.
You were out of your mind. There's a clip that I'd like to show here. You have the most bizarre energy tonight.
I'm messed up.
There was zero readout on your face. If you had told me you were a wax figure, I would have believed it.
I'm flying high.
There was zero movement on your face. We could also show the clip of the first take of you introducing yourself to AJ.
Hey,
how's it going?
AJ.
Ryan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going, man?
Good.
You have a name?
I'm Shane.
I'm AJ.
Is this your first time meeting somebody?
I don't.
Why are you so weird right now?
That's definitely paranormal.
Yo!
Oh boy. He doesn't believe in any of this, by the way.
Yeah, it's all baloney.
What is wrong with you?
I think there's something extra creepy about this and the Sally house because the houses themselves don't look particularly frightening. They look like a house that you could live in. And there's something about that where you're like, this looks like it could be my house.
I think there's also an added level of stakes to this episode. And the Sally house, I guess, to an extent. Not so much with the Sally house because no one's currently living there. This was an active haunting. So there were actual stakes built in, which is why I was so nervous just walking in.
Yeah.
One of the things I enjoyed about this episode was first off, it was one of our more active episodes we've ever had. The thing that I really enjoyed, and the reason why I knew it was an active episode, was because all weekend I was getting tweets from Shaniacs saying, oh man, you guys are faking evidence now, which to me is the highest possible compliment you could give me. I gotta say,
I don't think there was even much evidence that could have been fake. There was a lot of house noises.
We also had that giggle that everyone in the crew heard except you, coincidentally.
I didn't hear no giggles. I did see some people who thought that the story was like made up. And I want to say, as the skeptic man, as the man who will level with you. Also, Ryan's also an honest man. He's whatever he's telling you, he believes.
Yeah, there's plenty of episodes that will be evidence of that. Look at Moon River Brewing.
What, where like nothing happens? No, this was genuine. Everything that Hannah said, she encountered, she experienced. Whether maybe I don't believe that it's a ghost that she experienced, but I do believe that she probably woke up in the middle of the night, saw someone. I'm sure her kids said that to her. She's not the kind of person who would make this stuff up. Let's get to some questions. Okay, here we go. Here's from, let's go to Graham Nation. We'll start with Dreams. It says, why was Shane so quiet in the review parts? He seemed defeated and had no arguments. Is Shane a believer now? No, but I also try not to be an asshole sometimes. And Hannah was crying.
Actually, though, you didn't really talk at all for most of the review part.
Hannah was crying.
Well, no, not the crying part, the other parts.
But that happened fairly early on, and it was kind of like I was like, this means a lot to her. I'm not gonna do my usual well, don't you ever know what a house makes noises like?
I guess that's true. Also, he did have to sit through, we literally sat for about, I want to say 2 hours.
It was a long time.
And I played for him somewhere north of maybe 20 EVPs.
At a certain point, you run out of things to say, and then you bring up your grandfather. And I was well, Ryan and Hannah are over there having a little therapy session. I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, smell my little skeptic farts over here. How do you like that?
But that's like in relation to the psychic. All the other EVP stuff I feel like is completely fair game.
I know, but it set the tone for the thing.
I suppose. I just don't think she's gonna make the jump from oh, he's saying that voice isn't saying, yeah, he must not care about Mike.
But I mean, to be fair, I did say that a few times. It was just you don't want to throw that in.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even put a lot of those EVPs in, like I said. We put the main ones in. But yeah, he was just, you were pretty frustrated with how many I was playing.
Yes, I was.
Which you could see in your face, and I loved it.
Yeah. Facebook?
Ashley Nguyen says, someone actually pointed this out. I didn't find the prior question, but I'm pointing this one out. At 2624, there are two tiny eyes eye beams over the psychic's shoulder. I'm totally getting zero sleep tonight. Hashtag Bugara247. Hashtag Goosebumps waves.
Oh.
Hashtag help with an A. That's pretty fun.
Goosebumps waves.
Speaking of Goosebumps, that was crazy, and I wish we would have gotten some kind of close-up angle on all of our
Yeah, I
stand.
got goose pimples.
He had like involuntary goosebumps, and all of our hair was standing straight up in that room. That was cool.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened before either.
I wonder
mean,
if
it probably has in terms of like us being in a freezing location. But
Yeah.
like, in that room, that was crazy.
Yeah. It was, yeah. I mean, yeah. It was. I mean, hey, I'm leveling with it.
That is
I'm
the
leveling
first
with you. I
time
got
you've
goosebumps.
ever seen that kind of a reaction from Shane.
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing. I don't think it was paranormal, but I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, I didn't get goosebumps. Don't look at me. I got goosebumps.
It was crazy. The eyes over the shoulder, I just looked at the footage and I went into the raw footage. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
If anything, that could be maybe something in the closet, is what I thought. Like, I thought for sure once I went night vision, I would see like some buttons or something. Like
But also, those are so small that if it is,
a little demon.
it's not even a child. It's like, it would be like a little gremlin.
like a baby, like Jawa from Star Wars.
Yes.
It just kind of looks like a smudge there. I don't know if that's a smudge on your camera.
A smudge. We got a smudge man.
I don't know.
smudge demon.
I don't know what that is. So that's all I could say. I don't know if that's exactly a demon or a ghost. Maybe it is. I don't know what that is. Good find. Whoever found that.
Good work.
I'd spent a lot of hours looking at this footage, editing it, and I didn't notice that. So good for
Wild.
you. Kudos to you.
Pretty wild. We'll go back to Graham Nation. Here's from It's Just Me, Berta. For the postmortem, Shane, do you like the Ovilus better compared to the Spirit Box? My ears didn't bleed as much this episode. Hashtag Shaniac. I love the Ovilus. Are you a fan of the Ovilus?
I do like the Ovilus. I mean, I think in
It's not
terms of,
it's Ovilus.
I think it's Ovilus.
Ovilus.
I think they pronounce it Ovilus though.
AJ pronounced it Ovilus.
Everyone pronounces it Ovilus.
Oh, okay.
My take on it is very similar to the Spirit Box in that I think it's compelling and interesting, but I don't think any skeptic's ever going to think, oh, there's the proof we've done it.
It is certainly less annoying than the Spirit Box because it's not constantly running.
It's also more horrifying than the Spirit Box
because
well, it's abrupt. Also, like then I have to be I'm forced to listen to silence now.
Yeah, and it does spook you more because you've got a bed of silence. It's not just constant.
On Facebook, Ryan, I didn't see the part where the entity told you the things you told your grandpa before/after he passed. My condolences. Was that part edited out? The entity never told me anything about my grandpa.
That was AJ.
It was AJ. So I was pretty spooked after the Jackson investigation, after the Ovilus session. So I walked aside, and I think we had to change batteries or something like that. And I talked to AJ, and he came over because he saw my eyes were as big as dinner plates. So he was like, maybe I should talk to this guy. One thing that did get cut out of the episode is he talked about a conversation that I had with my brother on the phone, where me and my brother were talking about something very specific on the phone about my grandpa, and he mentioned that to me when he was talking to me. AJ told me what my brother said, which I was like, so this guy is either an FBI agent or the greatest con man on earth. I have no idea, but AJ's a very nice man.
He is a nice man.
He has a very pleasant disposition.
Nice guy.
I don't know how he does what he does. I just don't know how he knows some of the things he knows that are like conversations on a phone, conversations in a room.
I think he trucks in vagaries.
What does that mean?
That means what it means.
I don't know. That's not opposite of vague when it's a detail. That's not. I'm asking for specifics.
Just saying. I think I could sit down with him and maybe not know anything about me. He didn't say anything to me.
That would only play into the fact that you might be a demon.
All right, Maddie on Grahamtown. Hashtag postmortem. Dude, isn't Hannah the wine mom? Also, my lady, please just move. Little girls are the creepiest little shits. Hashtag Bugara. Hannah is the wine mom. She's also on a new series. It's in season 2. It's called Mom in Progress over on BuzzFeed Video.
Oh yeah,
you should check it out.
Speaking of Hannah, this comes from Facebook from Christina Carrillo. BuzzFeed Unsolved for the postmortem. Are Hannah and her family going to move now? How are they doing? This was definitely the creepiest episode to date. Thanks for all you do. Hashtag Bugara for life.
You're
Hashtag love you
welcome.
too, Shane. I checked in with Hannah. Hannah is fine. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing
Did she
else.
cleanse her house in any way?
Steps have been taken to cleanse her house, and she is fine. Obviously, she's not thrilled to be sleeping in that house, But I mean, what are you gonna do? You buy a house.
I slept great in that house.
Of course you did.
I gotta tell you, it was a great night's sleep.
Let's go back to Graham.
Well, while we're on the topic of Hannah, this is a good one. This is from Court. Hashtag postmortem. I just found out that Hannah loves crystals. Can anything paranormal happenings in her house be tied to this?
According to some people, maybe.
Yeah, I wanted to
does.
put that out there. Like I said, check out Mom in Progress. Great show. Hannah's a wonderful person. Hannah did tout herself as a bit of a skeptic, right?
She did.
She did. I have never known a skeptic who owns that many crystals.
Well, she likes crystals.
She does like crystals a lot.
What's wrong with liking crystals?
She's a real crystal hound.
Sounds like you have some kind of weird vendetta against crystals.
People like crystals because they think it gives off good vibes or something.
I liked crystals.
Do you think she's just buying them for aesthetic reasons?
That's what I bought my crystals for. I don't collect them anymore. But
How many crystals do you have?
When I was younger, I had a treasure chest, like a literal treasure chest full of crystals.
And now we got a different kind of treasure chest. Force fan.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Speaking of, I guess, similarities between young Ryan and this situation, this got cut out of the episode too. In the episode, she mentioned that her son often stands by the foot of their bed and just stares at them when he's creeped out.
Kid stuff.
So I used to do that all the time because
you read your Goosebumps.
But also because I thought there was something in my room. So I'm not saying I had the vision. My point of the story,
That's what you're saying.
My point of the story is,
from a young age, he had the vision.
no, the point that I'm trying to make, because this got cut out of the episode and I thought it was a good point. The things that Jackson was imagining were very specific. So when I interviewed Hannah, I asked her, does he read horror material? Does he watch movies? Does he do anything that could maybe make him have a vivid imagination?
She's like, oh, he's a big Cronenberg fan.
And imagine, well, I mean, I watched The Exorcist when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah, I watched Poltergeist when I was far too young. I think I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, so it's a fair question.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he could have been influenced by media or something that he saw, but he's 6, so.
Yeah, no.
So I thought maybe he's watching scary movies and that's why he's imagining this bizarre wedding party in his room where they're not facing him.
Kids absorb a lot though. I think even if you're not like a horror head or exposed to that, you're still like aware of the concept of ghosts and you have active imaginations and you get scared of things.
Pretty,
right?
I mean, I think he may have a career in horror writing then because that's a vivid imagination.
Let's go back to one last question over from Grahamtown. This is from Del Bell. Flat Earth? No.
Moving on. This is not really a question. This is just a sick burn that I think we should have put in here. This guy really burned us. You ready?
He burned us?
Yeah. This is from JV Mawat on YouTube.
Oh boy.
He says,
well, YouTube.
Get it.
Okay.
Wait till you hear this. It's gonna really boil your blood. What are you? What?
I don't know what that noise is.
What is that noise? It sounded like you were pumping up one of those old school like basketball shoes.
I don't know where. I didn't know these chairs made that.
I don't know
noise.
who that is. Honestly, it's not mine.
Welcome to the Burn Zone, everybody.
Yeah, we're at the Burn Zone, hosted by JV.
I don't know why it's taken this long for us to have a Burn Zone.
Molly Watt. And this burns real good. You're gonna need some Neosporin for this bad burn. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
He says, "What is this? The haunting of millennials?"
That's good. And that's Burn Zone.
All right, I actually had one last question here. This is from YouTube, from Natalie Gonzalez. Are y'all sure that something isn't secretly living in their house? Because it seems a little suspicious, and it's happened to other people. So maybe there is, maybe there's not. I don't even know anymore.
Whoa. Yeah, I did see some people saying like there may be something up in that attic. I don't think anything could fit in that attic. It's essentially just like a vent.
And this is in response to footsteps and the very loud bangs. The only thing that I could see that I saw out there that maybe I would be like, perhaps, is like some weird piping in the house, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't get any electrician up there to check out the wiring or like the pipes.
Nah.
I guess we need a plumber for the pipes. That could maybe be it. There were some pretty pronounced bangs though. But yeah, there's no squatter living in the attic. First off, that attic is useless.
It's tiny.
It's tiny.
I gotta keep my tin of sardines somewhere. Well, you know what? Well, we can fit one of those in the attic.
Also, like, what world is this squatter living in?
It's a great attic. I'm sorry. Apologies to Hannah and her family.
Also, the only entrance to the attic is through Hannah's closet in her master bedroom. You really think someone's sneaking out of that, like... Like they're sleeping, just all of a sudden you hear like a gaggle of hangers fall on the floor.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was. I don't know. Also, we did set up a static cam in the attic. And there's nothing on it. Once again, that's the Ghoul Boy promise. We won't pull the saddle over your eyes. We're gonna keep it honest.
Is that an expression?
Pull the saddle over your eyes?
Saddle over your eyes?
Yeah, it's a cowboy expression.
That's it for questions. Ryan, what's coming up next week?
Nothing,
Oh,
because it was the season finale.
it was.
Yeah, I saw a lot of you out there saying that you would like us to do more house calls and episodes of this nature, maybe even bring in AJ again at some point. Those are definitely both in the realm of possibility.
It was fun. It was fun having a sort of an immediacy to it. You know? And it's nice going to a place and knowing that, they're not trying to capitalize on ghouls.
Exactly, it's not a place of commerce. They're not turning ghoul hunting into commerce. Yeah, that does it for this season, but we do have a special bonus true crime episode coming out in January, so look out for that. Also, merch is on the store. New merch is up.
Oh, it's some good stuff.
It is time for the holidays. You can get yourself a little wheeze ball.
Yeah, stock those stuffings. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful journey this season.
Yeah, thank you for everybody for watching the season, for the support.
Have a good holiday, a happy new year. Make sure you got chains for your tires if you're going somewhere snowy. Always have a blanket in your car and some water and some, unless you live in like southern Arizona.
We should probably just cut out now and end the episode, right? Thank you all for joining on the ride.
Point. You got any big plans for the new year?
Oh, are we gonna do that thing where like we kind of talk to each other now and it's like a talk show?
Oh yeah, we could have.
And like the credits are rolling.
Yeah, the credits start going and we're still talking.
But knowing us, we're probably gonna still have this audio.
Yeah, for sure.
We can cut it out like right now.
No, we'll keep it.
Okay.
This mug is actually empty.
Hey everybody, if you're a fan of BuzzFeed Unsolved, good news, we have new merch.
And a new store.